Hey there, viewers. I just got a message from one of my subscribers asking me if I would do a video on the importance of protecting our gun rights. Absolutely. Protecting our gun rights is essential. Is essential whether you own a gun or you don't, especially obviously if you own a gun. But even if you don't, it's important because the right to bear arms is one of the most basic rights that our founding fathers put into the Constitution. It's number two. Out of all the ideas that were being thrown around, they thought that the right to keep and bear arms ranked so high that it was the second thing in the Constitution, right behind the freedom of speech. More than the right to have a gun, it's the right to defend yourself, whether it's against an oppressive, tyrannical government or some punk, some street thug that's trying to bust into your house and steal whatever you got going for you. Um, People have to realize that bad people do bad things, okay? And no amount of gun legislation or gun bans or restrictions are going to stop it. People are going to do what they want to do. Am I saying that we shouldn't have any guns and we should, pass out guns at the local PTA meeting? No, obviously not. But to restrict law abiding, hardworking, good, honest, everyday Janes and Joes in America from owning a gun isn't right, and it makes everybody in the country vulnerable. Even the people that are anti-gun, if they were to eliminate if they were to eliminate the Second Amendment, even those people would be more vulnerable. Because once you take all the guns away from law abiding citizens, that doesn't mean there's no more guns. That just means normal law abiding citizens that follow the law, that listen to what you're supposed to do, don't have them. That means you're open to any criminal element out there. Okay? A a great example of how gun bans and gun restrictions don't work. Okay, there's two examples. Chicago and New Jersey, where I'm at. In Chicago, you had a handgun ban, okay? Not restrictions, not anything like it was a ban. And it's a horrible place. It didn't stop gun violence. It made it worse because as a criminal, you know that nobody, no law abiding citizen, no citizen, if they want to get in trouble, has a gun to protect themselves. So you just have free reign over everybody. In New Jersey, which is a very gun oppressive state, I mean, we are just filled with so many anti gun Democrat pigs in this state. It's unbelievable. And if there was any better example for gun bans and restrictions not working, it's probably, as a state goes, it's probably New Jersey. Okay, the amount of paperwork that you need to go through to get a handgun in this state is ridiculous. Even the amount of paperwork you need to do to get a shotgun or any type of long gun is ridiculous in this state. They talk about is making it harder. And our last governor, our last dip governor, Governor Corzine, put the no more than one handgun every 30 days. You're such an idiot. You really are. All you do is hurt people like me, okay? Good people, honest people, from getting a gun. The criminals don't go and fill out all the paperwork and go to a gun store and spend the money. They're using stolen or illegal guns. Come on. But people are so stupid and they buy into it, and it's absolutely ridiculous. And for all the gun regulations and legislation that we have in this state, we have a ton of crime. Look at the worst cities in America, and New Jersey's just loaded with them. Newark, Camden, Asbury Park, Trenton, the the Bloods and the Crips are you know, we have all types of big gangs in New Jersey. You would think New Jersey, because you know we're so progressive and we're passing all this anti-gun legislation, that we'd be one of the safest states. It's just not so. There are statistics. There are statistics. Look them up. That when a state implemented concealed carry, crime dropped because the criminal now he's taking a guess, because it's just as easy for me to be carrying a gun as it is for you to be carrying a gun. He doesn't know. Is he carrying? Is she carrying? Do I really want to take that chance and get shot over, you know, some dude who I'm probably only going to get like $20 from anyway? That's what you got to deal with, okay? Gun regulation isn't the solution. It's not going to work. It never works. Some of the biggest, most powerful, influential people in the world have implemented gun control with disastrous effects. A few people that you might know of that implemented gun control were Adolf Hitler, Joseph Stalin, Che Guevara. I mean, these are horrible, horrible people. These aren't freedom fighters. These aren't, uh, you know, soldiers or anything. These are absolute monsters. They absolutely are monsters. Gun control doesn't work. And we have to start sticking together, because you know what it is? Once they pass, and I'm talking, we have to stick together in protecting our gun rights, whether it's donating to somebody if you have the money, uh, going down and standing outside a local government office if you have the time, or simply taking 5 minutes and writing a very smartly worded, calm, okay? Be calm, be respectful when you write somebody. Because if you're a nut, that's the kind of stuff that gets picked up on, and that's the kind of stuff that gives gun owners can't talk tonight, sorry. And that's the kind of stuff that gives gun owners a bad name. When you write to somebody, you have to be respectful. Make your point without cussing, swearing, threatening, any kind of nonsense like that. Be as intellectual when you write a letter as you can possibly be. Okay? But we have to stick together, because once a senator or a congressman gets some kind of gun legislation passed, it's a crack, okay? It's a chink in the armor. And once they take away a tiny piece of your freedom, one little thing, then that's where they branch off, okay? It's like ice destroying a huge, strong bridge or a block of concrete, okay? Once there's a tiny little crack and the water gets in and the ice forms and it just expands, okay? This benign thing can crack the hardest, strongest concrete, okay? And that's what happens. So I would say, if you are a gun owner, you absolutely, absolutely should be a member of the NRA. Okay? I'm not talking about spending $500 to become a lifetime member. But if you own a gun, I own a gun. I own more than one gun. If you own a gun, you should be a member of the NRA. It costs, what, $15, $20 to join for a year. It's not going to break you. If it doesn't break me, it's not going to break you. Trust me. Not exactly living large here. It's not going to break you. Is the NRA perfect? No, they're not. Okay? No organization is going to be 100% perfect. It might not be everything everything you could want and need and desire and imagine in an organization, but they do their job. And the one thing, even the most anti-gun people will admit to, is that the NRA is a pure organization. And what do I mean by a pure organization? What I mean is the NRA defends people's rights to own guns, gun rights. You know, regardless of whether it's to own a gun, carry a gun, buy ammunition, sell a gun, whatever, have range, hunting laws, stuff like that. They are in it just to defend your gun rights. They don't care about abortion. They don't care about equal opportunity employment. They don't care if you're black or you're white or you're red or you're yellow or you're purple or you're clear. It doesn't matter. They don't care if you're gay. They don't care if you're obese. They are strictly there to protect gun rights. Okay? That is why the NRA is so strong. That is why the NRA is so successful. Another organization, I'm sure everybody out there has heard of MAD, Mothers Against Drunk Driving. Do you know who Candace Lightner is? Candace Lightner was the founder of MAD. Okay? She founded MAD because her 13-year-old little girl got killed by a drunk driver. Okay? And she started MAD as a way to draw more awareness to the cause, make people more aware of drunk driving. Do you know that she left her own organization? She founded MAD and she left it. Why? Because it started overreaching what it was supposed to do. Okay, all of a sudden, you know, MAD is going after alcohol and trying to promote you know, all these different causes and ideas that they weren't founded on. MAD has branched out. Okay, they're not all about drunk driving anymore. They have all their little pet causes and all their little side quests that they do, and that's what weakens them as an organization. NRA is pure. They don't care about anything else but your gun rights. And they do a hell of a job, because I don't think we would have the freedom. I don't think I could sit here and say, ooh, I own a gun, if it wasn't for the NRA. Because the people, the anti-gun people, are so vicious and so loudmouthed and so obnoxious. The squeaky wheel gets the grease, okay? And that's what happens, okay? And that's why people in Europe and the UK and that's why nobody is allowed to own a gun. And what happened? The gun crime went up. No kidding. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Even if there was some kind of magic wand that you could wave and you could go poof and all the guns in the whole world would disappear. Everybody's gun, every gun everywhere. Somebody would pick up a knife and start hurting people with it. Then what are we supposed to do? We'll ban all the knives. And then somebody will sharpen a pencil and kill somebody. Then we're going to we're going to eliminate all sharpened pencils. I mean, you know, it's so ridiculous. And it's a slippery slope once people just give a little bit of their freedom away. It is so easy to just keep taking and taking and taking, and soon you're a slave to the government. You become exactly what we were when we left England all those hundreds of years ago, okay? You're a slave to the government. You have no rights. Shut up and salute the chief. Okay? That's it. You become pawns. You become puppets. Protecting our gun rights is probably the most important thing you'll ever do as a gun owner. Okay? That's the bottom line. Like I said, an attack on one is an attack on all. And whether it's somebody in your state proposing legislation or it's somebody who's not in your state, write a letter. A carefully worded, respectful, intelligent letter. We have to defend our gun rights. I really don't want this very expensive gun I bought, which I love. She was my first. This is my Kimber stainless. I really don't want to have to turn this gun, which is well over $1,000, into some schmuck in the government because they finally got their wish and they passed some kind of stupid anti-gun law. I really don't want to have to do that. It's a shame that we lost a good person in Charlton Heston. He was one of our most visible gun advocates. And I hope that someday we'll have somebody with the notoriety and passion and drive that he had who will stand up for our rights and be a figurehead. Um, I know this video wasn't very organized in my thoughts. It's just so hard because it's such a broad topic and it's so important. And honestly, if you are a gun owner and you don't understand why protecting your gun rights are important, then you're not smart enough to own the gun, okay? And that's the bottom line. People that aren't, people that don't understand guns, they see it in black and white. They see guns as bad, and they don't understand why we don't just ban them. They don't understand that when you ban guns, you only ban them from law abiding citizens. Criminals don't follow the law. We have laws against murdering people. People still commit murder, though. Laws aren't the answer. We have laws against child pornography. People still seek out and look for and find and watch child pornography. We have laws against drunk driving. You can make laws against everything. People, if they're going to do it, they're going to do it. But when you ban guns, it makes all of us less safe. So we need to stick together. Unity, that's the key. Join the NRA. Spring for the $20, okay? Skip the grande tall cappuccino mocha latte swirl with the foam what the hell ever, okay? Skip the burger for a week. It's $20 for a year. It's a small price to pay to fund an organization like the NRA, which does so much for us. Um, I, I hope, I don't know, I hope that gives you some insight. Like I said, it's so difficult to try to compress uh, all these views, all these thoughts, all the different situations into a little short YouTube video. I hope that it helps someone. I hope that it makes somebody understand our position a little clearer. If you have any type of questions, if you want me to talk about anything in greater detail, always send me a message, send me a video response, anything. Um, Thank you for watching. I appreciate it, and I appreciate the question, the for the video defending our rights. It's an important topic, way too large to cover in one video. Um, Take care, all. Remember, all for one for all. It sounds cliched, but we need to stick together. Okay? Take care, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.